Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching us from around the world. Take a moment and picture this. It's Monday morning. The sun has risen over the southeast, but something feels different. No buses rushing past, no horns blaring, no market women arranging tomatoes on wooden tables, no children in uniforms running late for school, no shop shutters lifting. Just silence. A strange, heavy silence. The kind of silence you would expect on a public holiday, not the first working day of the week. For years, this has been the reality across many communities in the Southeast, a region known for its energy, entrepreneurship, and hustle, suddenly going still every Monday. Businesses closed, roads empty, schools locked, homes full, life paused. But now, there's talk of change, talk of movement, talk that the long-standing Monday sit-at-home may finally be coming to an end. And if that happens, it could mark one of the most significant turning points in the region's recent history. Before we go deeper, if you value calm, balanced, and reliable updates like this, take 1 second to tap like, share this video, and subscribe to Naija Media Connect. It helps us navigate the algorithm and bring this news to more viewers who need clear information. Now, let's understand how we got here.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Biafrans all over the world. This information is coming from the table of Triple General Igbo Botozo and Major General Gento de Yahoo and all the 40 state commanders in Biafra land. As the information reaching to my table to inform all Biafrans.
To understand today's announcement, we have to go back several years, back to when Monday was simply Monday, just another busy day, a day for trade, a day for school, a day for work. Then came a period of political tension, legal battles, public demonstrations, and strong emotions tied to the detention and trial of Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. Supporters wanted their voices heard, they wanted attention, they wanted recognition, and so a symbolic protest was introduced. Stay home, don't go out, don't open shops, don't go to work. Show solidarity. At first, many believed it would be temporary, a short-term action, a brief statement. But slowly, something unexpected happened. Temporary became weekly. Weekly became routine. Routine became reality. And before anyone truly realized it, Monday was no longer the start of the work week. It had become a day of uncertainty. When policies or protests are discussed online, people often focus on the politics. But on the ground, ordinary people feel the real impact. Let's talk about that. Because behind every closed shop, there is a family. Behind every empty classroom, there is a child's future. Behind every silent motor park, there is a driver who didn't earn that day. Imagine a small trader who sells vegetables. She survives on daily profit. If she doesn't sell today, she doesn't eat tomorrow. Now, remove one full business day every week. That's 4 days gone every month, nearly 50 days gone every year. Almost 2 full months of income erased. For artisans, it's the same. Tailors, barbers, mechanics, food vendors, taxi drivers, Okada riders, everyone depends on daily movement. And when movement stops, money stops. Then schools. Students already struggling with national challenges now miss classes again and again. Teachers rush syllabuses. Exams get postponed. Learning suffers. Parents worry because education cannot grow on uncertainty. Even banks, hospitals, and logistics companies feel the disruption. Deliveries delayed, appointments missed, plans cancelled, all because of one day every week, year after year. This is the hidden cost many never calculate. Not loud, not dramatic, but heavy, very heavy. But beyond money, there was something else, something more psychological: fear. Not always direct fear, but uncertainty. Because the biggest question each week wasn't, do I want to open my shop? It was, is it safe to open my shop? People checked social media Sunday night, listening for rumors, reading messages, forwarded broadcasts, contradicting instructions. Some saying open, some saying stay home, some saying wait. This confusion created paralysis, and when people are unsure, they choose safety. They stay indoors even when they want to work, even when they need to work. Over time, this uncertainty became part of life. Children grew up thinking Mondays were naturally quiet. Young traders adapted to 4-day weeks. Communities adjusted their rhythm. But deep inside, everyone hoped for normalcy again. Because humans thrive on routine. We like knowing tomorrow will be predictable. For years, the Southeast didn't have that luxury. Now, fast forward to today. Fresh reports began circulating across community platforms and local discussions. Messages attributed to representatives connected to Nnamdi Kanu's camp. The instruction was simple, clear, direct. Residents are encouraged to return to their normal activities. Markets should open, schools should resume, work should continue. The weekly shutdown should stop. For many, this felt unbelievable. After years of routine closure, could life really return to normal? Some people celebrated immediately. Others paused, because after so many mixed signals in the past, trust takes time. Still, the conversation has started, and that alone is significant, because change often begins with conversation. By the way, if you appreciate detailed breakdowns like this that go beyond headlines, please like this video and share it. It helps Naija Media Connect bring trusted updates to more families across Nigeria and the diaspora. Now, let's continue. Across towns and villages, reactions are mixed but hopeful. Some traders say, if Monday opens, I'm ready. I've lost enough money already. School principals are preparing timetables. Teachers are cleaning classrooms. Transport drivers are checking engines. You can almost feel the anticipation, like a town waiting for the first rain after a long dry season. But still, caution remains. Some say, let's see what happens first. And that's understandable, because after so many mixed signals in the past, trust takes time. Still, the conversation has started, and that alone is significant, because change often begins with conversation. Picture it, Monday morning, 5:30 a.m. Roosters crow, women sweep compounds, kettles boil. But this time, people dress for work, shops open, students pack bags, buses load passengers, market stalls come alive, laughter returns, noise returns, life returns. What used to feel ordinary suddenly feels special, because sometimes you don't appreciate normal life until you lose it. Let's slow down for a moment and talk numbers. Not government numbers, not statistics from a report, but real-life numbers, the kind that matter to everyday families. Because when one day disappears every week, the loss doesn't just vanish, it multiplies. Think about it like this. If a trader makes 15,000 naira profits on a good Monday, that's 60,000 naira gone every month. 720,000 naira gone in 1 year. For many families in the Southeast, that money could pay school fees, house rent, medical bills, food for months. Now multiply that loss by thousands of traders, then tens of thousands, then millions of small businesses. Suddenly, you begin to understand something powerful. This wasn't just a political action. It quietly became an economic issue, because the Southeast is known across Nigeria for one thing above all else: commerce. Markets like Onitsha Main Market, Area, Newi, Aba, Nkwo Newi, Ogbete, relief market. These are not just markets, they are engines. Engines that power families, engines that power communities, engines that power the entire region. And when engines stop running even one day each week, the whole machine slows down. Transport workers lose passengers, fuel stations sell less fuel, restaurants cook fewer meals, banks process fewer transactions, couriers make fewer deliveries. Even internet cafes and POS operators feel it. It's like pulling one brick from a wall every week. At first, nothing seems wrong, but over time, the cracks show. So when news breaks that Mondays may return to normal, business owners don't just hear reopening. They hear something deeper. Opportunity, breathing space, a second chance. Now let's talk about something even more sensitive, our children. Because politics can pause, business can recover, but education? Education lost today is hard to recover tomorrow. For many students in the Southeast, Monday closures meant missed lessons, rushed syllabuses, extra homework, confusion before exams. Teachers struggle too. Imagine planning a 5-day teaching schedule, but only getting 4 days, week after week, month after month. Subjects pile up. Topics get skipped. Revision time disappears. And parents carry distress. How will my child compete nationally if school keeps closing? How will WAEC preparation be complete? Will my child fall behind? These weren't abstract worries. They were real fears whispered at dinner tables. Education thrives on routine. Children learn best with consistency. The same time, the same classroom, the same rhythm. Remove that rhythm and everything shakes. So when schools begin preparing to reopen fully on Mondays, it's not just a calendar change. It's a restoration of stability. It's hope, because every extra class matters. Every lesson matters. Every day matters. Now let's step back and look at the bigger picture, because any major change like this naturally raises questions. Why now? What changed? What does it signal? Observers believe this may represent a shift in strategy. Perhaps a realization that prolonged shutdowns hurt ordinary citizens more than anyone else. Perhaps a move toward reducing pressure on communities while legal processes continue. Perhaps an attempt to rebuild public confidence. Whatever the reason, one thing is clear. When everyday life improves, tension reduces. And when tension reduces, dialogue becomes easier. Because it's hard to talk about the future when people are struggling just to survive the present. Stability creates space for conversation. Conversation creates solutions. And solutions create progress. So even beyond economics and education, there is something else at stake here. Peace. Because sometimes the most powerful protest is not stopping life, but allowing life to continue.